Oh, hiya, it's Mandy-Jane. Hiya. Again, thank you for having me on a Thursday afternoon. So today I'm going to show you a quick idea on a bottle. So I got a little bit of it ready. I had to dry it before we came on. I did a canvas a few nights ago that I showed on the show, and I just wanted to, I said I'd try and do a version of the background onto the bottle so you can see how many ways you can use it. So I'm going to be playing with some rusty patinas. I got some structure paste, we got some rice paper, and what else we got? Oh, we got all little bits and bobs. Okay, and I've also got something that out of my own craft stash, okay, to finish off my bottle, so I'll show you that. And some string, I think. So we're going to use some paint, some structure paste, some rusty patina, and have a bit of fun with the bottle. Okay, so I'm going to go straight down so we can get on with it straight away. So let's put my seers on first. Whoops, can't see out of them. Oh, but I can see you now. Hi. So I'm going to take you down. There we go. So I won't be able to see your comments, but I will answer them afterwards. Let's see if I can get this straight for you. I'm hoping you can see. I might have to go up a bit, actually. I adjusted my camera the other day, and since then, it's not been in the right position. So I should never touch anything, should you? When it's comfortable and ready to go, you shouldn't touch it. So I'm hoping you can see this. I'm very sorry about this. I didn't realise what time it was. If I'm really honest, I didn't realise what time it was, and I've rushed up thinking, oh, it'd take me 2 minutes to set my camera up, and I didn't realise it was going to be so much fuss. So there you go. Okay, so I am going to try and get you live on my screen so I can follow any comments and make sure that I can see what is happening. And let's make sure that volume is off. There we go. Hopefully. There we go. So I can see what's on. Oh, you can see it. That's good. Right. Okay then. Yay, it's crack on. So I've been through my stash, and I've picked out an old stencil I had for a long time. This is an old Imagination Craft one, but I thought I liked it because it got the crackle. I thought it'd give us nice texture. What I've got here is I've got one of these gin bottles. I can't remember what make it is now. You can find them online. It's just a gin bottle, a slow gin bottle, you know, have the tops on them, but I've taken the top off. I'm not going to use that bit, these bits. And I've just literally given it a couple of coats of white gesso. Okay, that's all I've done. Okay, so I mean, you can see that this is one I've used on previous projects, and I've just painted over it now because we're going to do something else on it. So next stage, once that's dry, okay, we're going to use our stencil. So we're going to pop the stencil on, and I'm just going to use some structure paste, any structure paste you have. I mean, you could put a crackle paste on if you have it as well. And we're just going to go through the stencil with the paste. And I've got this next bit dry first. I just want to show you the beginning bits. That's all we're going to do, whatever stencil you choose. Okay, so I grabbed this one quickly from my stash. Okay, so when we take that off now, we've got the beginning of some lovely texture going on for you there. Okay, so what you're going to do then is I'm going to continue round. So even on the sides here, I want some texture there as well, and we are going to put on with our palette knife as well, create some more texture. Okay, so we're just popping some texture on there. So you can see now we've got two sides to our texture. I'm just going to clean my stencil as best I can. I don't want that drying on there. There we go. Okay, so move that out of the way. So you're going to carry on going around. You're going to dry this afterwards, but add extra texture. Take some extra paste, and all I've done then, because you've got around the sides, all I've done then is literally put it here and there, just to add some more. Even in the middles, doesn't matter. I've just added more texture, and along the bottom here. And all I'm doing is pop it on my craft knife, and I'm just splodging it on, really. So it's wherever you want it. It just gives that extra bits. We've got detail from our stencil, and then we've got detail then, some nice texture from our palette knife. So you're just popping it around. Make sure if you get do the top as well. So we're going around the top part here. Okay, and around wherever you want texture. But I love a little bit of extra texture on as well as my stencil. There we go. Okay, so you're going to do it all the way around your bottle, and then you're going to make sure that is dry, okay, before our next stage. I'll pop that to one side. Try and keep tidy. It's never going to happen though, is it? You know me, never going to happen. So if I bring in, here's the one I've already dried. Okay, so this one now, you can see we've got it all dried round. I've added extra with the spatula, just here and there. It just gives it more texture, you see. So let that fully dry. Okay, absolutely fully dry before we do anything else. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some gold paint. I've got gold, guess any colour you want it to be. I've got a colour we call white gold. So I'm just going to squeeze some paint out. There we go. Just trying to use my paint up. There you go. So I like the gold in the background. So we did this on a canvas and it looks really, the finished effect looks lovely. So I'm just taking the paint now. Okay, and we're just going to add it here and there. Okay, you're not covering it all. We just want this as you know, flashes of colour here and there, because the background is just for the texture. Okay, so I'm just going to come up around here. I'm going to turn it. So we are going to do some drying then. We have to dry this. We get this lovely flash of colour underneath. So if you've seen the canvas the other night, we're using the same technique, but I wanted to show you onto glass. Okay, so again, I'm put my finger in the paint there. Just coming down, bringing that around a little bit. Yep. Excuse the banging with the, there you go. I'm just taking it up round here. So we've just got a little bit of gold here and there, but we're going to be going over this gold as well. I know it sounds it sounds mad, but you will be going over certain areas of it. Okay, again there. So we've got some gold now. We'll put some around some of the whole of the bottle. Okay, so we've got we've got just the first layer, your structure paste is your second layer, and now we're on to our third layer. It's all about building up those layers. Okay. So I'm just going to pop that into water. I'm going to give this a quick dry. It won't take long to dry. Again, great as an upcycling project. If you've got any bags, any bottles, any old beer bottles, you know, send them to recycling, take them out, take the labels off, soak the labels off, and you've got all these wonderful pieces to work on that you can turn into anything you want, with embellishments, with your paints, with your pastes. I just love using that. I love a Pringles tube as well. Anyone else love a Pringles tube? I love a crisp tube. Other makes are available, I take it, but I don't want to know. There you go. So we're going to give that a really dry. So whilst I'm just drying this, I'm going to say a couple of quick hellos while I can. So hi Sue, hi Judith. Thanks for joining me. Hola Karen. Hi Angela, hi Leslie. Hi Angie. Angie's in Corfu, is it, I believe? Is it Corfu? Hope your weather's better there. Hi Lou. Hi Samotti. Monty, sorry if I pronounced that right or wrong. Hi Shemaine. Hi everybody. Hi True. Hi Morag. Hi Anne. Oh, lots of you today. Hi Emma. Here we go. Hi Beatrice and hi Tracy. So I'm just drying this. We're nearly there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use our rusty patinas. Okay. I love a rusty patina. There we go. So any textured paint is great for this next bit. Okay, any textured paint you have in your stash. I mean, I use a Cadence because that's what I work with. That's what I have. Okay. Here we go. We're nearly there. So the thicker parts. Give it a dry. There we go. Right. So I'm going to be a combination now. I'm going to put this paint away. I might leave it out and I'll put it there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put my hand in it otherwise. Okay, that'll be dry enough for what we need. So I'm just going to pop the wet paint back into my jar. All the dry bits, I don't want them in my jar, otherwise you're just going to get lumps in your paint. Okay, so I'll pop that on there. Let's clear that away. Oh, my crafting mat smells lovely. I picked up the wrong baby wipes. I picked up scented ones, but oh, didn't that smell nice? There we go. So we've got our bottle. So what we're going to do next, we're going to get the Rasputinas. I'm working with the mould green, the white, And I will be using some of this gorgeous lapis blue. Let me move that across. There you go. Right at the side there, haven't I? So we've got the mould green, I've got white, and I've got a lapis blue for this project. Okay. I put them that way, you might see them better. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a stencil brush that I've just moved somewhere. There's one. That'll do. So I've got a stencil brush. I've got one there as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start with the green and the white. Okay, I'm just trying to find another palette knife. Don't know what I've done with them. There we go. Just get my palette knife out. Oh, I've left it in a paste, that's why. Let's put that in there. Bear with, we're good, I'm good. So I'm going to pop some of the mould green out. Okay. And I'm going to, I don't want to contaminate my white if I can help it. So I'm dishing these out onto my mat. So this is the white, give a quick stir. There we go. So I've got this gorgeous white. Remember, the rusty patinas and any sort of paint like this has got sort of this has got rust metal particles in it, so it gives it that real texture in here. Okay. I'm not going to put the blue out yet. I don't need that out yet. Okay, but I'll keep them to hand in case I need any more. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start blending on the bottle. So I'll start adding some of the white. And I want texture, so don't be shy with the paint. And I'm going to start adding in my colour and blending them all together. Okay. So you can put it on, use the white then to blend out all the colour you want to blend out. So it's going to take me a little while. Okay, so you can see where I'm going over the gold as well, because I want it to be part of it. I don't want it to be standing out a mile on its own. You know, so you want to take some more of that, okay? There you go. So you're just blending it then. Remember to blend over the gold as well. You will blend over that gold. Once you add the other colours, once you see the end, you'll see how that gold won't be as bright as that when we've finished, okay? So again, just tapping all the way around. Sorry if it's moving, the screen's wobbling, but my camera's on the same, on the table. It's the only place I got for it. Okay, so we're going to carry on. So I'm going to quickly go around to this side, add in some more. Again, have some lighter areas, some darker areas, and I'm going to blend in some of the white there. So we're going to carry on around here. So real hands-on one, this one, so I didn't want to do too many stages ahead. I wanted to do it as we were going along so you could see the stages. Okay, so I'm going to come round here. There we go. There we go. So I'm blending that in again, making sure you go over some of that gold. Take some of the white then if you want it lighter in areas. There you go. A little bit more. A little bit too light there for me. Okay, so I'm blending. And the more you pounce with any type of paint like this, the more texture you're going to get. But you can add layers, you can build the layers up. So having just one layer, you could then add other layers onto it. Okay, so there we go. Nearly there. Pounce, pounce, pounce. There we go. Oh, just this side to do. Yeah, I'm just pouncing away. Adding some white in there. A bit more around here. A bit more colour around there, I think. Here we go. Okay. There we go. So, just a little bit over that gold there. So can you see now? We've got a colour. The colour is building up now on our bottle. Oh, I left a piece out there. Hold on. We'll leave it out, don't I? Okay, some areas there, I might lighten that a bit there. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going over lightly, kissing over that gold. to take a little bit of that colour down. I'm going to do very, very light. I've got no pressure on my brush here. I'm just kissing over it, just to take the brightness off the gold. Although we will be taking the brightness off anyway when you'll see the stages. So you can see now, so you've got all those lovely colours there. So give that a quick dry. There we go. And then we're going to start adding our lapis blue. I bet you could do this, and you could put your artsy stones on here, or your micro beads, anything you've got, into the paste before you, when you put your modelling paste on, or your structure paste. You can put your artsy stones into it, you can put your micro flakes in, anything just for texture. So do that before we start doing this. And I love an artsy stone or two. Glue on my fingers, I'll take a bit off there. Never mind, we'll leave it there, so fine. So, I'm going to dry this. I think that's dry enough. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add some of our lapis blue there. I'm going to pop what I can, my paints back into my pot without getting any of the blue in there. There we go. And I'm going to pop my excess here back in there. It's there if I need it. There we go. Let me just clear this down a little bit for you. So lapis blue next. So what I'm going to need, I've got lapis blue and I've got a water spray as well, because I don't want too much of this colour. And what I do want to put on, I want to spray down. Okay. Just make sure that it is dry at the top here. If you are going to be spraying with water, and if it's not dry, it's going to peel off, isn't it? There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to bring in the lapis blue. And I'm going to take a smallish brush. So I'm just digging through my brushes. Half of them's in the car. I haven't unpacked the car yet. From the shows the other day. I was trying to find an old brush. I've got a small brush, this will be fine. So I've got my water spray ready to go as well. So I need that. I could do with some kitchen roll. I haven't got any, so we're going to do this on my painting jig. It's my towel that I wipe all my brushes on. I just keep washing it. So sorry about this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some of the lapis blue, a little bit, yeah, and I'm going to just add it a little bit here, yep. And I'm adding a little bit here. I'm adding little bits at a time. You'll see why now. Okay, so we're just adding some sort of here. Okay, I might add some a little bit there. There you go. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your water spray and we're going to spray it so you move that colour down around the bottle. Okay, so we're just going to work that colour into the texture. Yeah, so we're going to start adding. It's very warm in here, it's drying very quick. There we go. And again around here. So I'm just adding the colour in there a bit more. I want some more colour here. And then spritz. Spritz it, we can get all that lovely colour going down the bottom. Right. So I don't want it to be, you know, so dark everywhere. I just want it to start adding some of the colour. Okay, can move that a bit. There you go, it's stuck in there a little bit there. Okay, but we've got other layers to go on to this. So if you don't want it as much, you don't want so many the drips coming down, just dab it with a damp baby wipe. You don't want it too wet. Okay, then I find that this, I've got nothing here, so I'm going to come down here. That's it, but do it while it's wet. Okay, Again, so I'm just knocking that colour down. Okay, so you can see now, knocking that colour around. Okay. I love this, it's great. Because the pigment is so high in these paints, it really is, that it goes an awful long way. Yeah. I want some down there as well. Just to give that lovely sort of over blue, oops, wrong way, over the top. Okay, it's up to you. I mean, you can have it lots and lots of drips coming down. It's up to you. I don't like too many. I like to, can you see now how we've got this colour? I'm going to move that there. Yeah, that's it. Get some more there. Blend that bit in a bit. Yeah, I think I will. I'll blend that little bit in there. Looks better, doesn't it? So there we go. So, can you see now how we've got that colour? And again, it's another layer for us. It really is. I'll just add a little bit at the top here. So you can play another way. You don't have to use them. You can use these as paints. Okay. So I'm going to dry that. See how the colour comes out. Okay. So I normally dry the hairdryer. Like I said before, though, it's just too noisy to get out for you. You just wouldn't hear anything. Look at that, quick dry. And then we're going to add another layer. Okay. This is my secret ingredient out of my craft stash. Okay. Look at that, dry, nearly there. Okay. Hi Teresa. Hi Annalise. There we go. So, make sure that's dry. Again, this technique doesn't have to be a bottle. It could be a box. It could be anything you want it to be. I just happen to be doing it on this bottle because I had it already from another project. But I do love doing this onto beer bottles and making it look like I did a sample for Atlantis, and I had a bottle coming out of a chest, and it was all artsy stoned up, and this sort of technique on it, and it looked like an ancient bottle. It's cool. There you go. So we've now got our another addition of a layer of colour, okay, on our bottle. That's not quite dry. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to bring out my asphalt and paint. It's not something you see on the shows, anything like that. It's just out of my personal stash. I just thought I would play with it and show you it. Okay. You make sure it's much drier than I am. I let it dry in between. Okay. I've got lots of layers. There we go. Okay. That should be dry enough to show you the next bit. So the next bit I have got, put my finger into, look at that. Oh, I'm rubbish. I must be labelled the messiest crafter in the business. I really am. I like it everywhere I go. So what I'm actually using now is I'm going to use my fan brush. I just had it in my hand 2 seconds ago. Pop that in there. Don't have to do fan brush, is what I like to work with, okay. So now I've got, in my little pot, as you can see, reused, I have got some asphalt and paint, yeah, and some turpentine. I mean, this isn't something that's available, but it's out of my craft stash. One day I hope to bring it to you. But I have got asphalt and paint from Cadence. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give it sort of a more of a vintagey look. Okay, I'm trying to put it on there because it's wet still. Okay, but I need this here. So what I've done now is I mix it sort of 50-50. It's quite runny. Okay, and then let's take my brush here, and I've also got some of the sort of turpentine stuff in a little spritzer bottle as well, because I find it easier to work that way. But you can use a damp baby wipe. I have that in hand as well to wipe off any excess. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this on here. Okay. It's like, oh my god, what are you doing, woman? Honest. But there you go. No, I'm putting it on here. There we go. Just at the top. And then what I'm going to do is take my little spray, and I'm going to So once it comes out, move this. Can you see? So I am moving this now, and that is going to drip down my bottle and give a really lovely sort of antique feel to it. I'm letting that drip down. I love it, and I will take off the excess in a moment as well, the darker bits. Mind you, I love the smell, I'm sorry. I love the smell of turpentine. But you can see how it's falling down, but you still see all those colours underneath. You even got the gold coming through as well. There you go, I think that's enough now. Can you see, I'm just letting it go and drip for a couple of seconds, let it move around. Okay, so we've got this lovely, gives that real antique-y feel to it. Okay, so I'm just gonna, there you go. Okay, and if you think it's you want to take a little bit extra off, just take almost dry baby wipe or a piece of kitchen towel, and you can dab it. Okay, you can dab off any extra dark you don't want, but it just gives this lovely vintage feel to it. So I'm just dabbing off anything I think I want a little bit lighter. Look at that effect you get. I love the effect. You see that now? So that effect gives you a really antique-y washed feel to it. There you go. We got it all around. Again, it's up to you how little, how much you put on, you put on. But you could do this with some black paint, some brown paint. Do the same sort of thing, but use the paint, spritz it down and let it go, and you still get this lovely antique effect. Lovely. I'm going to leave that to dry for 1 second. I'm going to pop that to one side while we get on with our embellishment part of it. So this is the bit that's going to pretty it up. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way. There we go. I need to clean that then with some turpentine. It won't clean with my brush. No point in trying to clean it with water. It don't work. So just clean that up. That wasn't too bad actually, because it's in the state of my hands. Now what I got here, we are going to use our stratum again. I've got a piece of rice paper, a piece of fabric. So all I've done so far is I've torn a scrap of fabric. That's going to be a tie around my bottle. Another piece, just a scrap again, and I've just frayed a little bit, and I got some scrap of rice paper I had in my collection. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop on some decoupage glue. Okay. I'm going to add this now. Just going to add this to this piece of fabric. So I'm just making an embellishment now for the front. There we go. So I'm just sticking the rice paper onto the fabric. Okay. This is the fabric decoupage glue. I'm sure everyone's got their favourite. There we go. So I'm just going to pop that on there. I'm going to tear a little bit more off so I can see the fabric underneath. There we go. Make sure that's sealed. Now by me sealing this over now onto that fabric, once that's dry, that is washable. So that could be a t-shirt, could be a quilt, could be anything. So there we go. So there's one there. And let that dry. I will dry in a minute. I have one that's already dried, and you can see it's just on a piece of fabric. Give this one a quick dry so it's dry enough for us to use it. And you take it off the mats, because obviously if you dry it on the mat you can get condensation underneath. Okay, so always make sure if you're drying on your mat to lift it up and dry the reverse, or dry under your mat, because you'll always be, the moisture will go straight through to your glass. Okay. Just dry this enough to work on. There we go. Hi Ali. Hi Julia. Thanks for joining us. So here we go. There we go. I hope that's dry enough for us to work on. So I should have frayed this beforehand, because once you put the glue on it's a lot harder. Okay, so you would just fray, I frayed one, you just want to fray them a bit more. I say do it before you put your rice paper on. There you go, just give it a little fray, that'll be fine. So now I've got two sort of 2 pages. Okay, so I'm bringing back in the oh, excuse me, asphalt paint mixture, and I want a little bit in my spray bottle as well. Sorry, I've run out. Here we go. I love the smell. So here we go. So I'm bringing back in my brush. Got my spray there in case I need it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this now to the back here. Okay, because I just want it to age the paper. Okay, so I'm just using that now. I'm just going to spritz it around a bit. Okay, I'm going to just add bits here and there. Take it off, add it, take it off, up to you. There we go. Oh, put me spritzer down. Oh, there it is. We got it. Okay. So again, because by putting the glue on top of the paper, you protected the paper so you can wipe things off of it. So you can see now I've got a sort of more of an aged page now. Okay, because we put the asphaltum on it. Again, brown, black paint, distress paste, anything you have. I might put a little bit on my mat there. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just doing again the second page. It's a nice way of using extra fabric. You can make little journals like this as well. Okay, so journals are nice done this way as well. Only scrap the fabric, put some rice paper, and then use a stencil and stamps over it. There you go. So now we've got sort of 2 antique-ish looking pieces that we can add as an embellishment on our front of a bottle. Okay, we've also got our strip here, so I could add a little bit of this on, but I might add some, let's see, here we go. I'm just dirtying up a bit really, but you can put anything you like on it. I'm just doing this for quickness for you. Okay, here we go. I don't want it's too white. Just too white. Yeah, you get the idea. There we go. A little bit colour again. I could have got my gold paint out and used that, so I'm just using that to age it up a little bit. Okay, so pop that in there. Here we go. I might add some wax onto it afterwards as well. So now what I've also got here is I've had a piece of rope left over from another project, and I wanted some. This is what I was doing just before I came on. I was trying to undo this. So I got this little bit of ropes. We're going to use that as decoration as well. So I bring in the bottle now. Okay. I think go this side. So what you're going to do now is these. Give them a quick dry. Are going to be put on the front as our bellies. Okay, so I'm going to put sort of that and there, and that sort of there as sort of 2 little age pages on the front. Ouch! Just dropped me gun. All right. Ouch! I grabbed the wrong end, but I'm good. Ouchie. So I'm just going to pop this on very quickly. Again, if I was doing this for real, I'd be using a glue gel medium, transparent relief, anything like that, because it'll last much longer. Okay, so we're popping on our little bottle. I'm going to pop that there. Okay. So we've got that on now, so we've got the rest of our bottle there. And then I've got my piece of cloth to go around. Again, you embellish whatever you want to do, just what I had to hand. So we've got a little bit going around there. And then I've got this rope, which I'm going to have sort of here. Bear with. So I'm going to pop, it's stuck to everything, isn't it? The end of my rope at the back. I'm going to wrap it around. I left a little bit so I'd have more to grab onto. So I'll pop that there. Yep. And then I'll bring that around, so around there. Do that tighter. Do that tighter. And you work with what you got, don't you? You work with what you got. So I'm just going to chop into that, give it a haircut. God, who needs a haircut? Hands up, I do. Need a colour and a haircut, please. So I'm just going to twist that a little bit there and bring it to about there. I'm just going to grab, hopefully grab as much as I can. I can fiddle with that after. Yeah. So I've got some coming down. I do have some bits left over. Look. That you could then just have, you know, scrunched up in bits sticking out of there. I'm doing it. Yeah, he says. Let's scrunch some up. Let's scrunch something up and have it as part of our embellishment. You know, you want to scrunch things up, add them in. Oh, I might tie those there as well. How about that? If I can tie some of them, that'd be good. Let's have a look. I might get half of them tied and half not. Oh, half not. I'll just put that there to hold it in place. But can you see how you can build up these individual pieces? I've got some wax now, got some finger wax. I might just add a little bit here and here around the bottleneck. Okay. I might add a little bit to the front of my paper just to give it a lift. Okay. I might add some to that corner. But it's all about playing, isn't it? It's all about doing what you want to do with it and playing. I mean, I would always, you know, I could take a little bit of the gold and I'm going to go over some of the texture. Okay, on the plainer bits there. But I love these sort of looks. And then around here. There we go. There's a real, there you go, makes an easier look for you. Okay, so there you go. I'd probably add something else on, but I don't know what yet. Okay, I don't know what. But can you see now how we've got all that lovely, all that texture? We've got a lovely sort of antique with the wash on there. We've got a paste, we've got our rusty tinas, and then we've created our little flower pages, embellishment, just scrap fabric and rice papers. And there's a little bit of rope I had. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. And a little bit of wax on there, and you get this really, really sort of mixed media bottle. But there you go. Okay. Again, we could curl these, couldn't we? Shall we? Yeah. Hold on a minute. You know what I'm like, I might do that now. Hold on. Let's curl that and hold that there a minute. Take that off. Oops, burnt finger, burnt finger. Oh, I like that. A curl edge. There you go. I'll put some wax on that curled edge. And I think we'll have another curled edge there. How about that? Yep. It's alright. She's off on one, they're saying now. She's off on one. No, we'll have a curled edge. If it'll hold down for you. Oh, that's better. Okay, much better. Much better. Much better. I think that's better, isn't it? Curled edge. I like that now. So again, just think, it's just when you're playing, you know, when you're going on, you think, oh, I think of something else. I'm always like that. I think, oh, I think I'll do that. Let's do a curled edge there as well. And then we can see our beautiful texture underneath. And we could do a curled edge over that. How about that? We'll just bring that over there. I think we're good there. What do you think? Yeah, I think the curled bits look better. I'll just add some wax on that then. Let's Right there. Oh yeah, that's much better. Just add a little bit of wax on those little bits. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I like better. I'll put it the right way so you can see it. There you go. So we've added some little layers and texture. There you go. Can you see it now, Debbie? I hope so. Yep, so we've added little curls in. A little bit of detail. So some old rope. Could curl that, but now you can see all that lovely texture underneath as well. Okay. There you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Just a little, you know, little idea for you. Okay. There you go. You can put whatever you like on it. You could put a photograph, you could put something else hanging off there. Whatever you like. Anyway, I'll come back up again. Oh, here we go. Excuse the mess. Oh, she says, camera's on the slant. Camera's on the wonk again. Yeah, there you go. My camera's always on the wonk, isn't it? So, I hope you enjoyed that. But I said it's just out of old bottles, some bits of fabric, a couple of pieces of rice paper, your rusty patinas, and some lovely antiquing effect on there as well. Again, but you get that with your black or your brown paint and just spritz it down. But you can see all the detail now on there. Look at that. You see? There you go. Much better for you to see there. Okay then, so there you go. That's me for today. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have. I don't know when I'm back actually. I have to check. But hopefully I'll see you soon. Oh, it's going to rain again here. It's starting to rain again. Oh, it was horrible yesterday. It tipped down. It was hoying it down here. It was. So hope you have drier than we are here. I will see you very soon. Any comments I will answer afterwards. Any ideas for projects, then let me know, because I'm always happy to do what you want me to do. Honestly, I am. With any type of product, or whatever type of product, I'm sure I have something that will be similar. So have a great day. Have a fab weekend. Another fab weekend's coming up, isn't it? Hopefully. And I will see you very soon. You take care now. Bye.